Hello YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is Factorio Strategy and Tactics, Episode 2. So in our last episode, we got ourselves dug up out of the Stone Age and into, a slightly less Stone Age. But we do have some electricity flowing, so we are not as stick-burning and stone-burning barbarians. That being said, we still have a lot of work ahead of us. So our next order of business is, well, waiting for this automation to finish here, which is what we will be doing, but it will be finishing quite shortly. Let me make sure I'm stocked up on all of my materials. One other thing I'm going to do is, now that we have electricity available to us, we can make these electrical inserters, which I'm going to make a whole bunch of, because we use a lot of electrical inserters. A lot of them. Alright, automation is done. So the next item up for business, I like to get turrets. Definitely like to get turrets. And the other thing I want to do now that we have this is I want to make a bunch of assembly machines. And unfortunately, see, this is one of the reasons why you want to start automating stuff, is because right now I'm spending a lot of time just making these inserters. Like, each one individually doesn't take a lot, but we need a lot of them, and we need more of those machines. And I can only make one thing at a time. And now the game has a great queuing system. It'll line stuff up and just make it automatically as I need it. And it'll also make all the sub-materials needed for a recipe, so you don't have to fiddle around with that. But it still takes time. It still takes time. This is why we want to set it up so that things are making things for us, rather than us making all of the things. Alright, I went a little bit too overboard with those, because I don't want to wait forever for that. So I want you guys to start making me my my assembler machines, because that's where the real progress is going to be. Alright, and yes, I know this line's a little unbalanced. You can have up to two different goods parallel to each other, and there's more going on one side than the other. I blame this thing. Actually, what we can do to remedy that is put you over here. Nope, hang on. Almost correct. Put you over here. Put you over here. Pick you up. Put you over here. Prime you with a little coal. Oh yeah, you need to be primed with coal too. And then that should make everything even. Eventually. I mean, things will continue to be backed up here, but they'll get used up. So that'll do it. There's other ways to rebalance the line, but yeah. All right, we've got our assembly machines. So, order number one, we need more red science packs, but we want to automate these. We don't want to keep making them by hand. So we need a machine to do that for us. Now, these things require two items: copper plates and iron gear wheels. Now, the iron gear wheels are made just out of iron, 2 iron plates a piece to be exact. These things are making iron for us, so we're gonna go off of that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up one of these machines down here, and that thing's gonna assemble iron gear wheels. And then I'm gonna put this down here, and this one is going to assemble the beakers. Now, one little tip here for you guys: if you hit the Alt button, it will show you what everything is doing. So if a building is holding something or making something, it tells you what's in it. That becomes very important when you're working with these assembly machines, because they will tell you what the machine is programmed to make. So yeah, iron gear wheels, that. Alright, so let's get some of those assemblers that we were doing. So this assembler is going to take the plates right out of this furnace and dump them into here. Here, it's going to make the gear wheels and dump them into here. Now, it also requires the copper plates, and the copper plates are way the heck down there. So setting up an infrastructure to, like, get belts to get all the way up there, that's not really feasible, at least for what I'm trying to accomplish at the moment. Actually, hang on, I don't like that one being right there. I'm gonna put it actually over here. Give me a little more room. And actually what I want to do is I want to build another lab. Because we can get 2 labs fed off of this. So we're going to pick up our first lab. We're going to build 1 more lab. Get you set back up to make red science. Excellent. Get this down here, and we're going to just dump a bunch of copper plates in here and get an inserter going here. And then last but not least, we're going to have 2 inserters basically take the red science packs out of here and put them into the labs directly. And just the way the spacing works out, and the way the ratios work out, one of these machines can keep 2 labs fed, more or less. So we're going to set up the 2 labs, so now we can get double science. More labs means more packs being burned, means faster progression. And oh boy, look at that base over there. That's a pretty big base. So I'm going to need to keep my eye on that. Especially, the biters don't attack you until they catch a whiff of your pollution. And the more factory stuff you make, the more pollution you make. So you got to keep an eye on that. All right, so now we got to run some power lines over here. There we go. So now all of these inserters, they don't require physical fuel. They'll use the electricity. And then these things, these assemblers also require electricity. So now this is making the iron gear wheels. This thing is making red science packs. And then once they're completed, these things will dump them into the factories. And now we're getting progress towards our new tech, which is just in time. Turrets. Because I have a feeling I'm going to need them, especially given this Mondo base over here. Which brings me to the next thing I want to manufacture. Bullets. Turrets are no good without bullets, and we only have 10. Bullets take a long time to manufacture. They're simple to manufacture, but they still take forever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up an assembler up here. Set up an extractor over here, or an inserter. And then set you to make bullets. Again, all they require is iron plates. And then for here, I'm going to have it output into a box so I can just run by and just grab it. Grab the ammo. And we'll get our electricity up here. Perfect. So now this is making ourselves some ammunition. As you can see, it takes a long time just to make one. This is why we want automation doing it for us, because we're going to need a lot of ammunition. And since it takes so long to make it, you want your factory churning away at that rather than your personal inventory churning away at that. All right, let me just run and grab some of the coal off of the belt here, because I need to revisit our friends down here. Get myself another thing of copper plates. And feed these guys. Yeah, he's full again. All right, turrets have been researched. Let's get logistics, because that gives us some more flexibility in what we want to do with our belts. And that is always useful. But we do want to put these turrets into service. I'm going to put a turret here, turret here. We're going to make 3 turrets. They changed turrets in the latest patch so that they are bigger, but also a lot more expensive, but also a little bit more powerful too. So the first turret that I'm going to use is actually, I'm going to put it right next to our ammo factory here. Because since we're already making ammo anyway, if we put a turret, let's put it a little further down here. Actually, well, I do want to off of the box. Because turrets can be fed ammo with inserters. So now this thing is going to take some of the ammo from this wooden chest and just dump it into this turret. It'll feed it up to 10 units of ammo, which is all it really needs for a single engagement, though turrets can hold a total of 100 at maximum. Now, this down here, this is right at the tip of here, so the feeling this thing is going to be met with some hostiles in the near future, so we are going to put you down here. I'm going to give it my 10 bullets. Just to start out with. I can go back and feed it later and also get myself some more bullets here. It's 19. Alright, well, just getting the turrets down with a little ammo in them. The early game attacks are little tiny weaklings that, and only a few of them. So a single turret can defend an area from them. Just in case they come from this direction. we will do that and feed this one that. I am going to spin by and pick up more ammo because I don't want to be completely out of ammo in case I need to help out with a fight. There's no melee attacks as far as I can tell. Yeah, so you kind of need a gun in order to. Let's see. You're churning away. You have another 100 because I want you to keep churning. And more magazines. That should be enough for defense-wise. Now, what else do we want to manufacture? Ah, yes, belts. We need a lot of these transportation belts because as we set up our factory more and more, we're going to be using it more and more. I have that set up correctly, right? Because right now this is... Yeah, this is just going as fast as it can. Oh, there it goes. So it's not exactly one can supply two, but close enough. And like I said, we're still churning away here, so it's all good. All right, so let's get those transport belts going. So we need another couple of assemblers here. This one and this one. Yes, that'll work. So now transport belts themselves require iron plates, just basic iron plates, but also iron gears. So we're going to have this be our gear maker. And grab it out of that one. Have it go down from here. And then have this one supply the actual iron plates. Let me get another power pull in here. I know it's a little bit of a mess. And there's our logistics. Sweet. I think the other thing I want is, yeah, Military 1 allows you to get some beefier personal weapons, which is always useful. And that's only it's also only 10 red science beaker. Pretty much everything that's 10 red science beakers is something that you could conceivably make by hand in terms of just manufacturing the red beakers yourself. I don't like doing beakers by hand if at all possible, or well, at all, period. So that's why I automated it as soon as possible. And again, this is just sort of a temporary setup. We have a bigger, more grandiose plan in mind, which will be revealed. But for now, we're just automating the basics, just so we have them on hand. And we need something to dump that out onto. Now, I am going to cap this a little bit. I want this capped at 2 full stacks, because otherwise it's just going to go nuts and burn up a ton of iron. Alright, I am going to harvest the iron from these places here. And actually, let me feed you guys some coal. Oop, you need more coal. Now we can siphon it off the belt here. Probably more than I needed, but that's fine. There. That's good. That's actually just what I needed. I'm going to grab a little bit more so I can go back here and feed the copper drill. There we go, and perfect. All right. We'll eventually get some power out there and get some electrical miners going for it. There we go. Military has been researched. What do I want next? Let's get armor crafting, because I like to have me some things. So now that we've got that, we can make ourselves submachine gun, a shotgun, and that will help us protect ourselves a bit better than this pistol. The pistol's actually kind of useless at this point. There's no reason to use it. So I'm going to move my weapon of choice over to the submachine gun, because that also uses the same kind of bullets the pistol does, which is awesome. I could grab these transport belts. Alright, perfect. Alright, so now we need to start expanding things a little bit more. Because right now these little burner miners, they were enough to get us started, but we need more. And we need something like these, the electric mining drills. I'm gonna make a bunch of them. That was probably more than I needed, but I'm gonna be using a lot of them. What I'm going to do with these is we need to tap into some iron here. Now we already got this deposit up here, but I've got this little makeshift area set up already, and I don't want to dismantle it just yet because I kind of just set it up. So what I'm going to do is for my first iron resource that I'm going to be manufacturing off of, I'm going to start with this one because it's relatively close. We can keep it decently protected. The other thing I want to start doing, getting more into, is stone, because I have a feeling that little tiny patch of stone is done at this point. Alright, so we've got that, anything super critical? Yeah, we can get electronics is basically the great unlocker. It unlocks other stuff. It does unlock the smart inserter, but I won't need that yet. Let's go for optics. Yeah, optics. That way I can make a few lamps so you guys can see what's going on at night. And yeah, that thing is done. Wooden chest. Alright, so let's find some more stuff for stone production here, because what I want to do is I want to get some walls going. I used to kind of poo-poo walls a little bit, but now walls and me are kind of buddies. So this one electric mining drill will cover this whole stone plot right here. And if we get ourselves a stone furnace here, now we're still making more of those things. Let me get some more wood while I wait for that to cook. And actually, let me feed you a little here. We want to start making stone into stone blocks. There's a couple of things we can do with that. We can use that, and this is introduced with the new patch, into pathways here. Yeah, I'll keep you fed manually for now. No need to. I mean, I guess I could run the belt all the way over here. Yeah, actually, why not? I've got the belt to spare. So yeah, let's. Again, this is all sort of temporary setups. And let's just draw it backwards. Oops, there we go. That's the nice thing. You can always take things apart and you'll get back exactly what you use. So if you want to set something up and it's, you know, and heck, we could reuse that same burner. Here, we'll feed it that piece of processed wood to get out of my inventory. Alright, optics has been researched. Oh, what the hey, we'll do electronics. And now we need some place to dump the stone here, which will be here, and we can actually, yeah, we'll put it here and just move the box over, so I don't need to waste another thing here. I am also going to dump the raw stone here, just in case we need raw stone rather than just processed stone. Actually, we could use a larger thing here. I'm going to actually make this into an iron chest instead of just a wooden chest, because iron chests have a larger capacity. There, put that in there, and that should keep it busy for quite a while. Yeah, this one thing is not going to need all of this, and eventually I'll just mop it up. But that way I don't have to keep babysitting it like I do the copper. When we will be remedying the copper situation pretty soon. How's this thing doing? You got plenty. Good. Let me ammo up here. I wonder. You're sucking up all the plates that you're making. So adding another one of these assemblers isn't going to do it, at least for now. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll just keep holding on to the ammo and refilling guns as we need them. All right, so let's actually start tapping into a vein here. Now, when I tap into a vein, I like to basically cover the whole thing at once, just all in one setup. I'm not going to need this much stuff right up front. But by covering it now, you can basically maximize your throughput of this area. And then when you do need it, it'll get used. Now, I'm a fan of spreading out my electrical things, because these things are a 3x3 footprint, but a 5x5 mining radius. As you can see, that little green area around it. So by putting them 2 spaces apart, they each are mining their own thing here. And actually, I could probably, I can move these in one and not lose effective range here. Actually, this one could get moved in one more. And yeah, they're going to be a little wonky, and it's a little bit of a puzzle because these things are all oddly shaped. And I do like putting them one across from each other so they can all feed onto a big belt, big central belt. Actually, this one can go up a little bit more. There we go. That way, because I don't want to leave any little plots unharvested. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, you can go like that. This is all going to be kind of weird, kind of wonky. All right, so you 2 away from there, 2 away from there. That will get that plot going nicely, and then yeah, you're covering all of that, and then there's just some little bits over here, which, you know, I'd like to cover them, but they're a little bit out of the way. All right, so let's get belts run up on here. Like I said, it's just going to be kind of a little bit of a mess. A little bit of a windy mess, but all of these will start putting stuff on there, and also making a butt ton of iron ore here. And thankfully, the other nice thing about spacing out is there's always plenty of room for power poles and belts. Now, all of these things cranking away here are going to make a lot of pollution. So that could, oh yeah, get our armor up here. But that could anger these guys over here. We don't want that to happen. So I'm going to make another turret and defend this little area over here with it. Just in case they come and attack this area. Eventually we're going to need some beefier defenses, but for now, just spot defenses with turrets. I'll split the difference with you. There we go. Now the other thing I wanted to do with these things, let me get an assembly machine going here. With these stone bricks, is you can make walls out of them. And I see a nice little area for a choke point right here. Between these 2 lakes, you know, protecting us from this little bridge area over here, this little nest. Getting up some wall production is probably going to be worth our while. So if we put you right here, and put you right here. Got the electronics, good. Oh yeah, let's research walls. Can't manufacture walls until we know how to make them. But it's a 10 beaker science tech, so it won't take long. So you will go down like that, you will go down like that. I can't tell it to make walls until I learn how to make walls, but that won't take long at all. How are you guys doing? Let me go visit my copper, just to feed it and grab the plates. Yeah, you're all full up with plates. That's what I thought. Alright, you guys are still doing your things. Excellent. Yeah, and you guys have stopped just because you're all full up of iron here. That's fine. So we need to sort of pick out a place where we're going to be smelting all of this. And I think for iron smelting, I don't want to go too close to our alien buddies over here. And I have a feeling they don't want to go too close to me either. Actually, no, they do want to get close to me if I start polluting, so I need to be mindful of that. All the more reason to get these stone walls going here. Alright, almost done. Because I can smell an attack coming from them. Like, I can feel it. They're getting built up with a head of steam, and they're going to come rushing over here and wanting to chomp down on something. Thankfully, I've got all of my vulnerable spots, at least as far as I can tell, covered by turrets. There's always a few instances where they will come and happily prove you wrong. Logistics 2, electronics 2, automation 2. Yes, we do need this. So we will start researching that. But now we have our lovely walls, so we can actually tell it to be a manufacturing item. Beautiful. So you will start making walls, and then you will start spitting walls out here, and then I will eventually have enough walls to make an effective, well, wall. Let's get ourselves some more transport belt, because we're going to need a bunch of those. And actually, let me grab a bunch of raw stone, because I'm going to need a lot of those, because we're going to be doing some heavy-duty smelting. Actually, let me grab all of the raw stone and just turn you all into furnaces. Well, most of you into furnaces. Because when we get into our heavy-duty smelting here, that's going to require a lot of those furnaces. Yeah, get those magazines in our inventory so we can start distributing them as necessary. Alright, so yeah, I think what I might do is have my iron smelting go like this, like lengthwise this way. Because that way these two deposits can very easily feed into it, and you know what? It's not too much of a stretch for that deposit to feed in either. But I am going to want to wall this area over. Oop! I see someone moving. Yeah, they're getting ready to charge. Look at that. Look at them built up there. I think they're getting ready for a charge here. You got that? Well, we might have to do a little combat to provoke them. Yeah, I'm gonna pull them to my turrets. That way I can fight them on my terms. And hi there. There we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Oh, and there's more back. But yeah, that's why you want a weapon on yourself, and always run back to your turrets. If you personally are under attack, the turrets will help you. All right. So, and yeah, let's pick our point of doing this. This is going to be really, really hazardous work right here until we get our wall set up here. So I'm going to have to be I have to have my finger on the trigger here. So in our next episode, I'm going to start setting up our big scale iron smelting station, and hopefully get our wall set up here so that these biters will merely remain a nuisance and not become an actual threat. So if you like this episode and want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment. Good, bad, or indifferent, your feedback is always welcome. So until next time, this has been Pinstar signing out. See ya.